Hello everyone, welcome to Basic Electrical Lectures. It is class number 4. In this lecture, we are going to study the concept of impedance. This is very much important to understand upcoming circuits, series RL circuit, RC and series RLC circuit, parallel RL, parallel RC and then parallel RLC circuits. We can start concept of impedance. So very much important this topic. So concept of impedance. What do you mean by impedance? So impedance is nothing but it is defined as the opposition offered by the reactance. It may be inductive reactance or capacitive reactance. Make a note. It is defined as the opposition offered by the reactance. It may be inductive reactance or capacitive reactance. So the impedance is denoted by letter Z. The impedance is denoted by letter Z and the unit of impedance is ohms. Another easy definition for impedance is defined as the ratio of RMS voltage to the RMS current. That is called impedance. The ratio of RMS voltage to the RMS current is nothing but impedance. Whenever you are dealing with AC circuit, you have to use this parameter impedance. Okay. If it is DC circuit, then you should write V by I is equal to R. Okay, resistance. But in AC circuit, we are calling it as impedance. Okay, got it? We can see the impedance representation in polar form and rectangular form for various type of circuit. So far we studied. What are the circuits we studied? Pure resistive circuit. So for pure resistive circuit, okay. So impedance can be defined as, now represent in polar form. What is now consider only pure resistive circuit. What is the resistance? We applied voltage to the resistance circuit, V at an angle of 0 degree. And what is current flowing through the circuit? I at an angle of 0 degree. So in pure resistive circuit, the phase angle between voltage and current is what? 0 degree. So therefore, now the ratio V by I, you should write resistance. Okay. At an angle of, whenever in the polar form division is there, so the resultant angle will be upper angle minus lower angle. What is upper angle? 0 degree. Minus lower angle is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0 degree. So, for pure resistive circuit, impedance in polar form is R at an angle 0 degree. So, this what I written, it is in polar form. In rectangular form, impedance can be written as R plus J0. So, impedance for pure resistive circuit is R plus J0. There is no imaginary component in resistance because the angle between voltage and current is 0 degree. So this is in rectangular form. You must very familiar in all this. Otherwise, quite difficult to understand upcoming topics and also followed by problems. So this is about pure resistive circuit. Next one is pure inductive circuit. So pure inductive circuit. So in pure inductive circuit, what is impedance? For inductor, what I applied? Reference voltage. We applied voltage as a reference. V at an angle 0 degree. So with respect to voltage, for a pure inductive circuit, what about current? For pure inductive circuit, current lags the voltage by 90 degree. So the current flowing through the inductor lags the voltage by 90 degree. Now under this condition, the ratio of voltage by current, don't write R. Okay, you should write inductive reactance. What is inductive reactance? XL. Inductive reactance is XL. At an angle of upper angle minus lower angle. What is upper angle? 0 degree. Minus, what is lower angle? Minus 90. Minus into minus plus. 0 plus 90, 90 degree. Okay, at an angle of 90 degree ohms. So for pure inductive circuit, only for pure inductive circuit, the impedance in polar form is XL at an angle 90 degree ohms. It is in polar form. It is in polar form. Next, in rectangular form, so inductive, the reactance is imaginary component. It is not a real part. The reactance lies in imaginary axis, either plus J or minus J axis. So impedance for pure inductive circuit is represented in this way. So 0 plus, see, whenever we have angle 90 degree, plus 90, positive angle, you have to write plus J. Okay. Whenever you have at an angle, positive angle, means you should write plus J. So plus J XL we should write. Plus J XL. So impedance for pure inductive circuit is equal to 0 plus J XL. So it is in rectangular form. See, in rectangular form, there will be real part and imaginary part. Real part is this one, imaginary part is this one. So next is, that is XL. Or in another way, whenever inductor is there, you should write impedance value plus J. Okay, plus J. Next, number 3. So number 3. So I will write here. What is number 3? Pure capacitive circuit. Very, very important. If you know all these logics, so you will become confident while solving problems. So pure capacitive circuit. Guys, what is impedance formula? Assume that we have studied pure resistive circuit in class number 3. I applied some voltage to the circuit. Then I determined what is current flowing to the circuit. This is the applied voltage to the pure capacitive circuit. Then I got current relation. In pure capacitive circuit, current leads the voltage by how much? 90 degree. So current leads the voltage by 90 degree. Now, in this case, the ratio of voltage by current, don't write resistance. You should write capacitive reactance. Why means the unit of inductive reactance is ohm. Similarly, the unit of capacitive reactance also ohms. So you should write V by I is nothing but XC at an angle of upper angle minus lower angle. Upper angle minus lower angle. How much you will get? Plus 90 or minus 90? Very good. Minus 90 degree. So minus 90 degree. So what is this? This is in polar form. So impedance for a pure capacitive circuit in polar form is XC at an angle of minus 90. Now what about impedance in rectangular form? See, whenever reactance is there, that is imaginary component. Real part is 0, nothing. But whenever you have angle minus, negative angle, you will get minus J. See, in electrical engineering, the plus J indicates the phasor is rotated anti-clockwise direction by 90 degree. Plus J means. Similarly, the minus J means the phasor is rotated, okay, in a clockwise direction by 90 degree. So clockwise represented by negative sign. Anti-clockwise represented by positive sign. Okay, got it? So 0 minus J XC. Okay, you refer for more related regarding rectangular to polar, refer in AC fundamentals lecture number 12 or 13. Okay, in module 1. Just go through there, you can easily understand. So impedance for pure capacitive circuit is Z is equal to 0 minus J XC. So it is in which form? Rectangular form. It is in rectangular form. Guys, whenever you have capacitor in a circuit, you should write in rectangular form minus J XC. For inductor, you write plus J XL. For capacitor, you should write J0. Okay, imaginary part. Let we can understand this. Okay, how we can apply all this concept for a circuit. That we can analyze now. Please pause the video and then copy down. Please pause the video and then copy down. Okay, now I will write one circuit. Look at here. One circuit I will write resistor and inductor. Okay, R and L. So R value I will write 3 and L value I will write 4 ohms. That it indicates XL value. Okay, inductive reactance is 4 ohm and resistance is 3 ohm. It is connected across AC supply. Now you have to represent this in impedance in polar form or rectangular form. See, now I have represented in rectangular form. See, what is impedance for rectangular form? Only resistor R plus J0. Okay, R plus J0. Then series na plus you write. What is impedance in rectangular form for pure inductive circuit? See, for pure inductive circuit, what is impedance in rectangular form? 0 plus J XL. So now you simplify this. R plus 0, R only. Plus J0 plus JXL plus JXL. So therefore, this is the impedance for series RL circuit. R plus J XL. Got it? So now I will write another one. Okay, one example. Once you are familiar in this, definitely you are the king. So this is a circuit having resistance 3 ohms. Inductor is how much? Let's say 4 ohms. Capacitor is 6 ohm and inductor is 6 ohm and capacitive reactance of another capacitor is 10 ohm. Okay. See, together two inductors are connected in series, you will get one effective inductor. Two capacitors in series, you will get one effective capacitance. But you should write impedance directly. Resistor na no imaginary part, so 3 only. Inductor na whenever inductor is there, you should write plus J, so plus J 4 ohms. Capacitor na you write minus J. What is the resistance? 6 ohm. Inductor na you write plus J. What is the value? 6 ohm. Capacitor na you should write minus J. What is the value? 10. So therefore Z is equal to 3. Now you simplify, plus J's in one group and minus J in another group. So J4 plus J6, how much you get? J10. Minus J6 minus J10, minus J16. So together plus J10 minus J16, how much? Minus J6. Okay. So what is the impedance? Overall I got minus J. What that indicates? In this overall circuit, capacitor is dominating. Capacitor is dominating. The final answer we got, the whole circuit behaves like RC circuit. Okay, series RC circuit. Understood now guys how to write impedance directly? So otherwise if you apply the concept, you should write here. This will be 3 plus J0 and this will, inductor and capacitor there is no real part, keep in mind. So 0, inductor na plus JXL plus J4. 0, capacitor na minus J6. No real part, 0 plus J6 and no real part, 0, capacitor na minus J10. Add all this. Adding all this, we will get this one. Further simplification, finally it is settled down at 3 minus J6. Okay guys, understood how to apply this logic and concept. So in series RL circuit, what is the impedance? R plus JXL. So now if I take capacitor, okay, R and C. Guys, what is the impedance for this circuit? I need answer. Yes, R. Okay, capacitor no, capacitor you write minus J. For capacitor what we have? Capacitive reactance. So R minus J XC. Got it? Impedance of series RC circuit is this one, R minus J XC. What about RLC circuit? Okay, so now you take only this part. Okay, RLC. You simplify that much you will get. That's it. So guys, very important this concept. So please give a like. Okay, share my videos to your other college friends. So let them study at the right time. So they can't study during the exam time. All videos at a time. And if you're preparing at the end of the near to the exam, so it's very difficult to go through all the lectures. And without watching theory lectures, you cannot understand problematic lectures. Okay guys, what are the problems I'm going to solve? It includes all university problems, plus additional expected problems also I am going to solve it in the video in my channel. Okay, just go through all the problems specifically. You will get same problems what I explained in the videos, but maximum they can do data change. Okay, and if they change any other questions, 100% you can solve such questions if you watch all my lectures without forwarding. Okay, because in module 1 lecture number 1 to 4 is very very important. Okay, if you know that all concept I explained in 4 lectures, if you know that concept, you can directly jump to the problems. Okay, so in module 1 DC circuit I done 21 problems. Just go through all the problems. I done all types of problems. Within that only you get 100%. Next, Kirchhoff current laws. I done 11 to 13 problems. You study just all those problems. Other than this problem, okay, whatever I explained in the video, if you got any questions other than what I explained, please send the questions to me. I will give solution for that. Okay, 99% they will ask same problems in exam. Okay, whatever I saw in videos. But if you find any other questions asked in your college internals, not in my video lectures, just send that question to me. If it is important, I will make a video on that particular problem. Okay guys, so have a nice day. Bye bye. Subscribe ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ. So tell your friends.